Hello everyone and welcome you all in the next lecture of the function. So today we will start the functions as relation. A function f from the set A to B is a relation from the set A to B, that is a subset of A cross B. Since what the relation is a subset of A, the Cartesian product of A and B, that is A cross B. So a function is a relation from A to B such that each A small a belong to A, that means each element of A belongs to a unique ordered pair AB in F. Then the function is a relation. Hence every function can be represented as the relation where F is from A to B and the graph of F, or simply the relation function as a relation, can be written down as the collection of all the ordered pairs A and B, where A belong to the domain and B belong to the codomain, that is the images of the elements of A, that is the element of A and the element of capital B. This is called the function representation of the function as relation. So in terms of ordered pair, since the notation for the relation, the element there will be in the ordered pair. Similarly here the function can be represented by the relation, that means in the ordered pair, where first element from the domain and the second one from the codomain, where the B is image of the element A. For example, here F is a function from A to B, where A, the set A is A, B, C, D, and the set B is R, S, T and U, such that it is given there that A is mapped to S, B is mapped to U, C is mapped to R and D is mapped again to S. Then how will you write down the graph of F, or simply the function in terms of relation? As write down the term in the ordered pair. The first element will be the ordered pair where A is mapped to S, that means A comma S, the first term. Second, B comma U, the term. C comma R, the third element, and D comma S, the fourth element. So this is the representation of the function in terms of relation. So we can write down the function in terms of relation also. Here on the set A, which is 1, 2 and 3, consider three relations on A square. A square is A cross A, remember that one. First is F, which is 1, 3, 2, 3 and 3, 1. G, it is given as 1, 2 and 3, 1. H, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2 and 3, 1. You have to check whether the given relations are function or not, right? So what will you do? First, represent the terms by the graphs. For example, the first one, the ordered pair, as you know, it is A square, that means A to A we are mapping. So F is a function from the relation which is given here from A to A, and the terms for the F is 1 is mapped to 3, 2 is mapped to 3 and 3 is mapped to 1. This is the first one. So is it a function? For the function, what the term will be? So all the elements of the domain must have the image in B, the distinct image in B, not the distinct is for the one, must have the images in B, only one image. So here 1 is having the images 3, 2 is having the images 3 and 3 is having the images 1, that means all are having their images. So that's why the term F is a function, the relation F is a function. Similarly for the G, second relation, here G is given as where 1 is mapped to 2 and 3 is mapped to 1. There is no image for the element 2. That is the violation for the condition for the function. So that is not a function. For the H, when you write down the elements here, 1 is mapped to 2, 1 is mapped to 3, 2 is mapped to 1 and 3 is mapped to again 1. You can see that 1 is having two images. 1 is having the image as 2 and also as 3. And that is not possible in the case of function. Hence why it is not a function. So only F is a function. So how will you relate or terms that what is the difference between the relation and the function. The first one is, in function, no element of domain can have more than one image in codomain, since this is the violation of the condition for the function. But in relation, any element in the set A can have more than one image in set B. In relation it is possible, but in the case of function it is not possible. In function again, every element of set must have an image in set B. That means no element of the set A will be vacant. That means that must be assigned some value in the set B. If both the conditions are fulfilled, that means all the elements have images in B and no element is vacant, then that is the function, otherwise no. For example, here the set A and B are there. A is having the elements A, B, C, and B is having the element 2, 3, 4, 5, and the relations are given there as F1 as A2, B2, C3, F2 as A2, A4, B3, C5, and F3 as A2 and B3. By these relations you have to check whether it is a function or not. So for the first one, F1. Now look, the domain are having three elements A, B, and C. They must have the distinct image. Then A is mapped to 2, B is mapped to 2, and C is mapped to 3. That means all the elements are mapped. That means it is a condition for the function. For F2, for the first two element you can see that A is having A are having two images. First as 2 and second as 4. A is mapped to 2 and A is mapped to 4. In function it is not possible. Every element in domain must have a distinct image, but here there are two images. That means this is not a function. For the F3 again, A and B are having the images, but what about the element C? C doesn't have the image here. That means F3 is again not a function. F1 is a function, but F2, F3 they are not the function. They are only the relation. So here you can relate the term like that every function is a relation, but not the vice versa. Now come to the composition of functions. Let capital X, capital Y, and capital Z be three non-empty sets. And let us consider the two functions. First one, f from x to y and g from y to z. And this is like that f is a function from x to y and g is a function from y to z. Then g of OF, this is called O. G of F is a function from x to z, and this is called the composite function or the product of the two function f and g. This is called composite function, and it is given by g of f of the function x is equals to g of fx, where x belong to capital X and f of x belong to capital Y. Similarly, we can define f of g also. F of g is written down here as f of gx. It is f of g, that means f of gx. So these are the representation for the composite function or the product function. For example, here x and y, that x, y, and z, there are three non-empty sets. X is 1, 2, 3, 4, y, a, b, c, d, e, and z is u, v, and w. The two functions are from x to y, the f, and from y to z, g. And the given functions are described in this way. Small f is given here and small g is given here. You have to find g of f(x). That means g of fx. Since you have to find g of f to x, that means for all the element of x, x belong to capital X. For all the element of x, you need to find out g of f. So for all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, we will find out the Goff function. G of f for 1 will be g of f1. And what will be the value of f1? That means image of 1 under f. That means 1 where the 1 element is mapped. So go for the function f. You can see here that 1 is mapped to b. That means the value of f1 will be b. So that is written down here. f1 will be b. Now the function becomes g of b. G of b means you have to go for the function g. G of b, that means here g of b will be u. G of b will be u. So this is the way to write down the product function. Similarly for the 2, g o f for 2, you have to write down first the usable notation, which is g of f2. Now first find out the value of this f2. For the f2, go to the function f and look at the image of 2. f2 will be a. So f2 is a here. So that become now g of a. For the g of a, you need to go to the function g. G of a is again u. So g of a is u. So g of f of 1 is u, g of f of 2 is u. Similarly, find out for the element 3 and 4, that is they are w and v. So what will be the Goff function now? That will be 1 is mapped to u, that means 1u. 2 is mapped to u, 2u. 3 is mapped to w, 3w. And 4 is mapped to v, 4v. So this is the function, the composite function GOF. Similarly for the second question, the function f, this is given as 3x plus 4, and the function g, this is x square. You have to find these 4 functions, GOF, f of g, f of f, and GOG. The first GOF. GOF of x will be g of fx. Write down the value of this fx. fx is 3x plus 4. Write down here. So g of 3x plus 4. What will be the value of this g of 3x plus 4? That means now that is the element. So you have to replace the value of this element to the function. Now this is the value of x now, the complete. So replace this x here. So that will be 3x plus 4 whole square. So 3x plus 4 whole square. Similarly f of g will be f of gx. Here inside function is gx. Write down the value of gx. That will be x square. Now the function becomes f of x square. Now go for the function. Function described here as f of x is 3x plus 4. So what will be the f of x square? Just you need to substitute this value in the place of the element. Element means x. Now it will be 3x square plus 4. This is the value of f of g. Similarly for the f of f means f of fx. F of fx is 3x plus 4. F of 3x plus 4. That means the whole element will now be 3x plus 4. Replace that value here at the place of x. So 3 into x. X is now 3x plus 4. Plus the remaining term 4. Calculate that one. It will be 9x plus 16. Similarly for the GOG, you can write down there and it will be x raised to the power 4. In the next example, here 3 sets are there, capital A, capital B and capital C. F and G are defined there and given by the terms of relation. First you need to find the function GOF. GOF will be from A to C. In the second part you have to find out the range of this function, range of f, or the range of the Goff function. Range of f, image of f and image of g of f. These 3 values you have to find out. So for the first function, for the first part, what you have to find? GOF. So first you have to calculate that one. So GOF to all values of capital A. Capital A is A, B, C. So GOF of A, GOF of B and GOF of C. So similar by the similar method, GOF of A will be G of FA. FA is given by the function here. That means f of A is y. F of A is y here. They become G of y. For G of y, you need to go to the function G of y. So G of y, the second element, G of y is t here. That means GOF of A is t. Similarly, GOF of B is s. And GOF of C is again t. So for that combination, GOF will be A, T. In ordered pair you have to write down A, T b comma s and c comma t. So this will be the Goff function. For the second part, you need to find out the range of f. You can draw the relations or the functions here. F is here from a to b and g is here from b to c. Write down the elements a, b, c for the term a, x, y, z for b and r, s, t for c. For the first one, a is mapped to y. Second is b is mapped to x. Third is c is mapped to y. Similarly for g, x is mapped to s, y is mapped to t and z is mapped to r. Now you need to write down the image of f. Image of f will be from this set B. Mapped elements of B. Mapped are x and y only. Z is not mapped here by the elements of A. So range of f is x comma y. Now for the range of g, you need to go to the set C. Since for this function g, the codomain is here as C. So here all the elements are mapped. X is mapped to S, Y is mapped to T and Z is mapped to R. So the range of G will be R, S and T. R, S, T. Now the range of GOF. GOF is from A to C. For that one, A is the domain and C is the codomain. So in the codomain you have to check for those elements which are the image of A. So in a sequence you have to go. A is mapped to Y and Y is mapped to T. That means one element is T, must be here. B is mapped to X and X is mapped to S. That means the second element here will be S. Again, C is mapped to Y and Y is again mapped to T. T is already there, so no need to write down again. So only S and T are there. R is not mapped in the Goff function. Since R is the pre-image of Z and Z is not the pre-image of any element of A. That's why R is not there in the image of Goff function. So the image of Goff function is S comma T. So these are the remarks those you need to remember. The first one is that f of g is not equal to g of f. They are not commutative. Both the values are different. If f and g are 1-1 function, then Goff is 1-1, and if f and g are onto function, then Goff is also onto. So based on the type of the function, the resultant or the product function is. Now next is the very important term, which is invertible or inverse mapping. If a function f from a set A to B is 1-1 and onto, then inverse function can be defined as f inverse from B to A. That means just reverse to A to B. F is from A to B, then f inverse will be from B to A. But the condition is the function f must be 1-1 and onto. In that case, the inverse mapping is possible, otherwise not. So what will be the inverse function in terms of relation? F inverse will be yx, where y belong to B, x belong to A, and xy belong to F. So the position of the element will be changed. So that is the function, invertible function in terms of relation. For example, here this is the function f 1, 2, 3 to ABC. Here the function which is 1a, 2b and 3c. So what will be the f inverse? F inverse means now it is from B to A. B to A, it is A1, B2 and C3. A1, B2 and C3. So just the reverse position of the elements are there. But the condition is the function must be, this function f must be 1-1 and 1-1 and onto. Only in that case the f inverse or the inverse mapping is possible. In this example, check whether the function given as fx equals to x plus 5 is invertible. If yes, then write down the inverse function. So fx is given as x plus 5. So you can check the function by mathematically that take two images equal. That means x1 plus 5 is equals to x2 plus 5, then 5 to 5 cancel and only the term remains x1 is equals to x2. In that case the function is 1 1. Onto is also there, since for the all elements in R there must be some image in R. For that one y is equals to fx, or you can check the function by mathematically by the graph also. Draw the graph of x plus 5 and you can check that each horizontal line will cut the graph at most one point, and all the possible horizontal line will cut this graph. That means this function is 1 1 and also onto. If it is 1 1 and onto, that means the function is invertible. Now how to write down the inverse function in that case? Now it is given that fx is x plus 5. Here it is, the function is defined as fx equal x plus 5. Fx equal x plus 5. What the term fx is? Fx is our y. So this is y equals x plus 5. Find out the value of x from here. X will be y minus 5 here. And then take the inverse mapping. F inverse of x, F inverse of y. F inverse of y will be x and minus the constant will same, x minus 5. So F inverse x is x minus 5. That means inverse function here will be x minus 5. So in this way you have to write down the invertible function. Another example, here the function is given as 3x minus 5. And again you have to check whether this function is invertible or not. So this will be the invertible function. If it is so, you have to find out f inverse. So method is again same. Write down that fx equal 3x minus 5. Take that fx as y. So y equal 3x minus 5. Find out the value of x from there. That will be y plus 5 over 3. And from here take the inverse function. F inverse of x equal f inverse of that y will be x plus 5 over 3. That means inverse function here will be x plus 5 over 3. And the last example, here it is. The function is from the real to real numbers, which is given by fx equal x square. And you need to find f inverse x. So first you have to check whether the given function is 1 1 onto or not. If it is not 1 1 onto, then you can't find out the inverse function. So as x square, it is not 1 1, not onto. That means the invertible function does not exist there. So that is the end of the today's lecture. Thank you so much.